Hello,
Oh,
everyone. Thank you for joining this opportunity call with myself and Denise. Today, we're just going to share a little bit about our backgrounds, why we joined Monat. Denise will share her experience in the business so far. She's had a lot of success since being in here for, tell me, Denise?
2 years.
Years. um, Yeah, so and then I'll share my vision. We'll both share our visions and how you can get started, how you earn money, all of those things. So thanks for joining. So I'll share a little bit about my background. I am postpartum doula. I launched my postpartum business the same time pretty much that I joined Monat last year, end of last year in November. And previously to that, I'd been in the natural therapies, allied healthcare world for about 8 or 9 years. Still doing a little bit of work for the company I was working for in Sydney. Um, I so I was working for them sort of in like a managerial role. I was running clinics in the city and in Sydney. And then I had my daughter about 3 years ago. I had my daughter, so I went on maternity leave and left that job for a year. And then after I had my daughter, I went back. Really, I went back just to have a bit of connection, if I'm honest. It was in the middle of COVID when she was sort of little, and I was like really isolated, as a lot of people were. And so that's pretty much the only reason I went back, as well to earn a little bit of money. And then fast forward to sort of like last year, I'd just been feeling really unfulfilled, really like lacking in purpose. What I was doing was not filling me up anymore. I was feeling a little bit icky having my daughter in care and doing something that I didn't really love and that wasn't aligning with me anymore. It's very soul kind of sucking. And so when I saw, firstly, what happened was I've always been passionate about helping women, helping people, but helping women in particular, especially after I had my daughter and I had my own postpartum experience and feeling isolated and lonely and all of those things. So I had a bit of a drop in at the end of last year that I wanted to serve women in a postpartum way. I love cooking. I just love supporting women. And anyway, at the same time I decided to do that, Monat was kind of, I saw Monat through my mentor, Louise. We used to work together at this company that I've been working for in Sydney. And she started sharing about it. And initially I was really interested in the hair care because I had had postpartum hair loss. And she was talking about her experience with postpartum hair loss and these products really helping. So initially I wanted the products, and then she started talking about the business opportunity, and something just clicked for me straight away. I instantly wanted to do it. It was a full body, just, yes, I wanted to do this. No idea why. Probably a few things that she'd said, like the community of women, the sisterhood that she'd found. Yeah, probably that more than anything else initially drew me in first. And so I decided to do the business with her before even receiving any of my products in the mail. Because I had a relationship with her before and I really, really trusted her and we were aligned on a lot of the same values, I knew that the products would work. So that's why I said, yep, I want to do this business. No idea why, no idea what it's about, but I want to do this with you. And yeah, I mean, ever since jumping in, that feeling that I had in my body, I'm so glad that I listened to it, because it's like all these things keep ticking, like, oh yeah, okay, yes, that's exactly why I'm doing this, which we'll go into in a little bit more detail after Denise shares her story. But that's kind of how I got here. So yeah, Denise, do you want to share your...
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone. So yes, my name's Denise, and I've been part of Monat for 2 years, 2 years and 1 month. And it's interesting, Kate, because I had a very similar, I wouldn't say like a full body yes, I guess it was, when I heard about this business. So my background is in health as well. I'm a dental hygienist, and I've been working as a hygienist, I think it's actually 16 years now, and been in the dental field for 20 plus years. And so it was the height of COVID, all of that stuff that was happening here in Queensland, and I lost my job because of the medical mandate. And I'm a solo mama with a mortgage. So that's a pretty interesting place to find yourself when you don't have a plan B. Like my very last day of work as a hygienist, it was a bit weird because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to earn an income for my son and I tomorrow. And weird isn't even the right word for it. It was scary. And so funnily enough, my patient on that day was my mentor, Jess Etzel, and she and I connected over birth stuff on Instagram. I actually asked for her Instagram handle that day because she was a mum of 4, she's now a mum of 5. And so I started following her, and for weeks and weeks, as I was now packing up my life, moving into a room at my mum's because I couldn't sustain my mortgage any longer, I could see her sharing about the shampoo. And I was expecting her to be sharing about birth stuff, and it didn't really come. And so I kind of was paying attention, but not really. It was like my mind was in survival mode. It wasn't in like the mode of I need to improve my hair, even though my hair wasn't that great at the time. It was not a high priority for me. But then, I found work as a cleaner, and I was struggling emotionally, financially. I was struggling. And fast forward, I don't know if it was a few more weeks or another month, but she was sharing about the business opportunity on her stories one night. And it was then that I paid attention. It was then, like you, Kate, like something just was like drew you in, and you were just an instant yes. I was an instant yes as well. Having no experience in direct selling or hair and beauty or, working Instagram like this as a business. I did dabble in another business as a childbirth educator, but basically for me, that was just a big fail. I made no money. There was a lot of expense went into that business with nothing to show for it, basically. So I was a failed entrepreneur in my mind, but I still jumped into this. And I think one of the biggest things that pulled me into it was that Jess was sharing it was a one-off cost. You buy a box of products, and there was like a number of price points that you can start at. And it's your only investment in the business. Like there aren't any other overheads. You're not paying for, you're not paying for inventory. So you don't have to buy products to then on sell. And you get to do it around your children. So I've got one boy, and I was paying a lot of money to send him to a homeschooling co-op so that I could then go off and work as a cleaner. And some days I didn't break even. So I wanted to be able to stay home with him and to homeschool him myself, as well as earn an income at the same time. So it was kind of just in a split moment. In one Instagram story, it ticked all the boxes that I was looking for, but not knowing that I was looking for. So I dove on in, and my biggest goal at the time was I was really hoping that I could earn $100 a week. I was like, $50 would be okay. $100 would be like amazing, because again, at that time, I was struggling to fill my car up with petrol. In fact, I was kind of splitting my money. So I was earning just over $300 a week as a cleaner, and I was splitting my money between groceries, petrol, and homeschooling with nothing left over, obviously. Like it was, so yeah, $100 a week would have been life-changing for me. And so when I know a lot of other people have hesitations before jumping into a business model like this, especially if they've not had any experience doing it. And so, lots of questions come up, lots of fears, lots of blockages might come up before, and they might, you might watch and watch and watch on the sidelines for a long time before deciding to jump. I'm really glad that I didn't hesitate, but then once I did jump in, that's when the fears came. As soon as I joined the business, I was like, oh no, like, what do I do now? So my first month, I was quite afraid to show up and talk about the business. I was too nervous to talk to friends. And it was, I think, another 3.5 weeks later that I decided to talk to my best friend about it. And he was happy to sign up as a customer. And so I got paid the next week. It was then, start of a new month, I was like, okay, I've got to go for this. Like these products are amazing. I get to help people. And so I moved myself out of my own way, and I just ran with the business ever since. So, you know, I started making money straight away once I started working, and we do get paid 5 times a month for the results that you bring in. So the more people you help, the more money you get paid. But we do get paid every Saturday for all of our commission. So if you sell anything, you'll get paid 15 to 30% commission off that sale, and that will come in the following weekend. We get paid once a month for our bonuses. So I remember my first bonus, I was blown away. I was blown away because like I'd helped a handful of people, and then I got paid more than I expected. So one of the really great things about our compensation plan, Kate can go into this a little bit more if you want, is that there are multiple ways that you can get paid, and there's lots of different bonuses that are available as well. So I, made all of the bonuses available to me in my first 3 months, and I did not look back. And it's been the greatest journey. I'm now back living in my home with my son. This shampoo business is paying, and it has been for ages, has been paying for my mortgage. His private school, he goes to an alternative school, which costs a lot of money. I wouldn't be able to afford it if it was not for this business. It pays for all his extracurricular activities, and he does a lot of stuff. It's paying me more, quite a lot, significantly more than what I would get working full-time in my dental hygiene profession. And I am back working as a hygienist a couple of days a week because I choose to be, because like you, Kate, like it's that connection as well that I have. I love where I work. I love the people I work with, but it's probably not going to be forever. And like I get to earn this income and create this life for my son and I without ever having to leave his side. And so I think this business model works so beautifully for mums who want to be the ones at home raising their children and not paying for someone else to care for them while they go off to work. It just is a business model that ticks so many boxes. Like for me, I get to be creative in this. As a dental hygienist, there is no room for creativity at all. It's like you're stuck in a small room for 8 hours a day, cleaning, helping people with their gums. Like there's not much room for creativity. But this, it gives me more purpose, and I get to still help so many people, but in a different way. And really, the sky's the limit because we are just getting started. Monat is a very young company. Well, we're 10 years young. We're having our 10-year anniversary in October this year. And so for a company that is really in its infancy, we have generated over $3.5 billion in revenue in this space of time, and we are currently just expanding exponentially. So it's a really, really exciting time to be here with a company that looks after us so incredibly well, rewards us really well. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I've been here long enough to look for all the red flags, and there aren't any. And I know, like, I guess what makes us a little bit different as well to other direct selling companies is that we don't have to buy in each month. So we don't have to spend money each month on products in order to get paid our commissions. It's just that one box of products at the start of your business when you launch. And then the only other cost is once a year you pay $75 as it's basically just upkeeps your membership and all of the back office and all of the trainings, and that's it. So Kate, do you want to share where what your vision is with the business, where you're going to be taking it for you and your family?
So like that, everything that Denise just described is why it ticked so many boxes for me after I jumped in, and why I kind of knew that I needed to do this in some way. So I mean, where I can see it taking us. So at the moment, I am still working to build my postpartum business, and I feel like that's going to be a longer kind of slog in a way, and take a little bit longer to get off the ground. The other thing with that is, and it's probably another reason why I said yes to this, is because I knew that there was only ever a certain amount of money I could make realistically if I'm seeing, say, 1 to 2 women a month. So my income is always going to be capped. the other thing with that is I really, really want to have grow our family. And so like I can't really be helping women in their homes, you know, when I have hopefully more babies. And so then I wouldn't be earning an income at all. So at the moment, my husband works full time. He works quite long hours. He's at work most of the week. Like we really only see him in the morning and at night and then on the weekends. And I suppose I kind of always thought that that was just, I don't know, that's just how life rolls. The husband goes to work, you stay at home with the kids, you see each other on the weekends. But since jumping into this business and what I have seen other women do in terms of like bringing their husbands home from their full-time jobs, giving their husbands the opportunity to look at other things that they want to do with their life, just giving them that little bit more freedom in that. Oh, it's like something that I would love to do. So one of my visions for this business is to be able to bring my husband home a little bit more, to give him the opportunity to be able to pursue his passions, because, you know, the job that he's doing right now is not his passion, and he's, you know, he's just supporting us, as, you know, his role has been set up to do. The other thing I see is me just surrounded by like-minded women, all with similar values and beliefs in, you know, life, but also in business. The thing that I've also seen from like women like Denise and Jess and the women that are leading the way in America is they're building generational wealth for their family. And I suppose my mind has been opened since jumping into this, that is even possible for me. I just never ever thought that that could be possible for me. And so I like, that's where I'm going. I'm going where these other women are going. I have invited women to things like this call because I want to share this opportunity with you as well. If you have dreams of, you know, bringing your husband home, staying at home with your babies while still earning an income and helping serve other people, that's a massive thing for me. That's why I do my postpartum work. It's because I am all about like supporting women, and it's so amazing that this is a business that I can also do that through the hair care, obviously, and through sharing the opportunity with women. So did that answer?
Yes, I'm just going to jump in there and say that that was me as well. When I first started, I saw what some of the women in this company were doing with the business. What they were doing with the money, like buying investment homes, cash, like earning cars, retiring their husbands. And it never like in my mind, I was after $100 a week, right? So I never allowed myself to dream any bigger than that until I started to move further in my business. And I was like, why can't that be me? Why can't that be us? And like, honestly, I have now earned 3 paid for trips. I've been driving around in my Land Rover that the company pays for, I don't know, more than 6 months now. That's another thing that you can earn, is a paid for car that's in your name. And like my bonus checks, I just can't even, like, I would need to work full time for, I don't know, 5 months in my profession, Monday to Friday, to earn what I earned in 1 month last month. And so I can now see that, oh my gosh, like that's my life now. And we're just getting warmed up. Like, there are women in the States that are earning, I don't actually I can't, like, it's against compliance to tell you a dollar figure, but let's just say a year's salary in a month and more. And so there's no reason why that cannot be every single one of us here that's listening to this call now or in replay. There is absolutely no reason. Like, this company you can take global. So you can serve your network and others here in Australia, in New Zealand, in the Asia Pacific. We will eventually be launching into Asia. We haven't yet, but we are in 10 other countries and continuing to expand our global reach. And so you can have a customer base that's international, a team that's international. I think that's just to touch on that as well. It can be something that people have not an objection to, but just like a feeling of, oh, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to grow a team. It's totally fine. That was me as well. That was me. I remember when I jumped in and Jess was sharing that you know, you're a leader now and you're going to grow this team as a leader. And I was like, nope. I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to grow a team. I just want to sell shampoo and make commissions off that. And you absolutely can. If you were just wanting, if you know, you're not interested in the car or whatever, but you can still make, you know, 4 figures a week, multiple 4 figures a week just by selling shampoo. Because we get all these extra bonuses on your personal sales as well. So it's not just your commissions, you get bonuses on top of that. So you can do that. But once you step into the space and you'll see how much this business can change your life, it's by our nature, we are women that love to help other women. We are women that love to help other families, and you'll just inevitably want to share about the opportunity. And guess what? You'll find women just like you want to be doing what you're doing, and boom, you're growing a team. So it's not a scary thing, but when you do that, when you are able to help others with this opportunity, my goodness, just the reward you get, it's not just financial, it's so much more than that. And yeah, I guess also to touch on Jess, who's our mentor, she's the #1 income earner in Australia, and she started the business 39 weeks pregnant with her 4th baby, and she's, you know, had horrendous hair, and she's grown her business through 2 postpartums now. She's looking to buy land, like, you know, with the shampoo money, and grow her own veggies and homeschool her children. Like, this is the life that's available with this opportunity. So I guess to wrap it up, I guess we can talk about the ins and outs, like the house, like what do you do? What's the next step? Because it's pretty simple. It's nothing complex or complicated. Chat to Kate and tell her what your budget is, what your hair is like, and she'll help set you up with like the right product line for you, your business product pack. Once you do that, you're good to go. Like, you'll be plugged into her onboarding. I don't know, Kate, do you want to take it away? Like, what do people get when they join up with you?
Yeah, so exactly what Denise said. You get plugged into my onboarding. We have like a one-on-one. You're plugged into all of the groups. So my team groups, and then the Wild and Free, which is collective, which is the team that I am part of, which is my upline Lou. And then you also get access to Denise, and then Jess's group. So, and then there's just so much training that you're plugged into. There's training from uplines that we have in America, Ivy and Krista, and then all of Jess's trainings are next level. If you want to do some massive mindset work, Jess's trainings are where it's at. She is so incredible. Her trainings are so amazing. I've gotten so much from them, both personally and from a business perspective. So you get access to all of those. Yeah. And then I kind of help you like one-on-one and how to make money in this business, there's certain ranks that, if that's something that you're looking to do, like actually work the business and make some really big money and help and change lots of women's lives, then yeah, I talk you through the compensation plan and how you kind of can work up the ranks and all that stuff. So yeah, super cool.
Yeah. I think that's it. So like we said, I already said, you get paid by, you know, potentially 5 times a month, and we are here to help you do that. Like, we want you to make a return on your investment as quickly as possible, and the rest is profit. Like, we are definitely here to create impact for our lives and our families' lives and the lives of other women and other families. So yeah, very excited to welcome new girls into the team and, you know, create that impact and that change breaking away from the mold of the status quo of, exchanging your time for money. There's going to be a bit of that at the start, of course, when you're learning like new things and new skills, but there'll be that tipping point where, what I love, it's Monday today. I didn't have to set an alarm to go to work to a job that I don't love. I got to take my son to school, cook a lovely breakfast for us first, and come home and sit in my comfy chair with my coffee and text my customers and text my team. Like, that is a beautiful day. You get to create the life that you want with this opportunity. You get to walk to the beat of your own drum. So I encourage anyone not to overthink it. Come on in, see what the fuss is about, link arms, and we're here to help you succeed.
Thanks so much, Nisi, for joining, and thanks everyone for joining this call. Super excited to have you join.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.